This is the Brave New Coin Crypto Conversation, hosted by Andy Pickering.
Hi everyone, Andy Pickering here. I'm your host and welcome to the Crypto Conversation, a Brave New Coin podcast where we talk to the people building the future in the Bitcoin, blockchain and cryptocurrency space. Hi everyone, I know we're all hurting right now. Crypto has taken a beating, and Goldman Sachs says flatlining is the best case for stock-heavy portfolios. Flatlining? Zero returns? Sheesh. In situations like these, we can take a cue from the world's best investors, because a groundbreaking Ernst & Young study last year revealed that 8 in 10 ultra-high net worth individuals invest in alternatives. However, Bank of America's CIO recommends investing in one specific high-performing alternative to rescue your cash. He's talking about fine art. 2/3 of millionaires already hedge against inflation with art, according to UBS, because the last time inflation was this high, art appreciated by an unprecedented 33.2% annually. Now, obviously, most folks don't exactly have tens of millions lying around to start buying Banksys and Basquiat's, but that's where Masterworks comes in. They're helping people keep their cash intact by offering fractional investments in the top 1% of the art world. And with a recession on the horizon, they've seen sign-ups increase by 320%. That, combined with the fact that they speak to every investor to make sure art is right for them. That means there's a wait list, but I'm hooking you guys up with priority access to skip the line, and it's as easy as going to masterworks.com and using promo code CryptoConversation. That's masterworks.com, promo code CryptoConversation, and you can see important Regulation A disclosures at masterworks.com/CD. Again, that's masterworks.com and use the promo code CryptoConversation to skip the line. And now, folks, it is on with the show. My guest today is Trevor, who is the CEO and founder of Midas Investments, a custodial CeDeFi investment platform that offers market-leading yields on Bitcoin, Ethereum, and loads of other assets as well. Welcome to the show, Trevor.
Hey, thank you for having me.
Hey, it is a pleasure. Fascinated to talk to you today, Trevor. Let's do what we do at the beginning of the show. Could you please introduce yourself? Just love to hear a little bit about your background, your story. I guess what you've been doing in the lead up to founding Midas.
Yeah, sure. So, hey everyone, my name is Trevor. My real name is Yakov Levin. So Trevor is like my crypto name. And before joining crypto in 2017, I was doing a series of startups trying to combine cognitive science, speed reading, and IT platforms in various ways, and try to build something, and learned a lot during this journey. And in 2017, I came into crypto, saw this amazing potential, got really overhyped, earned some money, lost some money, and after this cycle, I basically founded Midas platform, which was like IT platform back then. Initially, it was just a Discord server and Google Spreadsheets as a hosting platform, but now we evolved towards the huge asset management platform.
Yeah, and I was doing some research essentially today, just in preparation to talk to you, Trevor, and I can see that you've, as you said, you've been around for a number of years. Actually, you're working on Midas, and there's been a number of pivot points before you've got to this point, right?
Yeah, exactly. A lot of pivot points. I really feel that this is the most important thing you can do as crypto startup, especially as self-funded crypto startup. So we did not raise any capital. So pivoting towards being more in product market fit helped us to survive and helped us to grow after 4 years basically of working.
And maybe we should start then with, as we start to learn what Midas is, I think it really all stems from the term CeDeFi. Is that how you say it, CeDeFi?
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
It's
Well, so,
yeah.
yeah. Please, Trevor, take it away. So tell us what you mean by CeDeFi.
Yeah. So I think we have found the great product market fit in I think it was in October of the previous year, where we basically reduced all our features, deleted them from the platform, and remained with only fixed yield income. So simply CeFi interest rates that were backed up by DeFi yield process generating. And we started to grow rapidly on this, and received like huge amount of liquidity, huge amount of new users, and we started to think what's next, and we started to think about the competitors back at the start of this year. We were thinking about Celsius, Nexo, Crypto.com, BlockFi. Those are giants, basically, back at those times. And but I really felt that something is really lacking within this CeFi market. And for me, CeFi apps is really black boxes, which basically gives a really clean, simple interface. They give those yields, but the background of yield generation process is usually hidden from investors, and this always triggered me. And this is why in Midas we put the transparency as the first value for treating our products. Basically, what we started to think is what is the CeFi of the future, and we clearly saw that CeFi and DeFi are really isolated from each other. And CeFi has this problem of being black boxes, of having really low market yields, while the centralized entity is trying to earn as much money as possible on investors' deposits. So using them in DeFi, using them in various types of investments, using them in illiquid assets like USD, staked ETH, and so on. And on another hand, we got DeFi, and DeFi is this innovative financial sphere where like hundreds of the most talented IT teams is struggling to create specific innovation. And it's really competitive market. And in order to survive, in order to strive in this competition, the only thing they need is liquidity. And they're willing to pay for this liquidity in various forms of fees, incentivization, in the most efficient product mechanics, basically. And but DeFi is still really limited, because it's really hard to navigate. It's really hard to make due diligence without diving deep into the protocols, into the code, into the monitoring of your positions daily, and so on. So it's a lot of effort. But we saw that among our users, there is a huge interest in investing in DeFi and understanding what it is, and having exposure in their portfolio on this innovation trend. So this is where CeDeFi came, because we saw that both weak points of CeFi and DeFi is getting solved by each other, basically. And what we saw in the market in the previous year is that CeFi is isolated from DeFi, and DeFi hates CeFi. So this is like two worlds that are fighting against each other, because CeFi platforms does not want you to know about DeFi, because then they will just lose the capital, they will lose investors, they will use users, and that's it. And in terms of DeFi, CeFi is just violates all the spirit of DeFi, and I really saw that bridging them together is the only opportunity for building some some retail accessible due diligent investment platform, wealth management platform that will combine both transparency, financial innovation, and accessibility. And this is what we have been working on, and this is what CeDeFi term means. And basically, in our case, what we are experimentate now with is the creation of the structured products that are basically simplified as the directional position or specific yield position that has all our underlying risk infrastructure, which is basically like monitoring liquidity, having alert system on every point of the protocol that can be a failure, like utilization rate, lending rate, depegging of stable coins, and so on. And giving this to investors to use in one click, like swap in and swap out, and give the transparent address where they can track the yields, where they can track the performance of the strategy, and having this DeFi experience, while giving the manual book on how to use this strategy. So this is our first step into CeDeFi. But in the future, I see how to blend these two worlds together by creating DeFi protocols, by making partnerships with other DeFi protocols that require liquidity and that will pass our due diligence, and utilizing our expertise that we managed to gather over those years. So I'm really excited about this.
Yeah, well, fascinating then, Trevor, to use your crypto name. And, I can see, looking through your website, yeah, so there's, it says Midas Investments offers market-leading yields on a wide variety of crypto assets, and I can see there's different strategies and products, if you like, fixed yield, dynamic yield, what you call CeDeFi strategies, and fascinated to see also that you've launched some new strategies that are, I guess you'd describe them as bear market strategies, Trevor. Like one of them, I believe, is essentially allows you to take a short position on ETH, which is, so yeah, interesting to see the bear market strategies made available. Good timing.
Yeah, indeed.
And what talk then about, I suppose, your the user base or the amount of users. What kind of trends are you seeing? Like, I'm sure that before the bear market hit, you would have been seeing reasonably rapid user growth. User acquisition numbers would have been just going through the roof. How has that slowed down this year?
Yeah, we're still acquiring some users. I would not say like a lot of users, but in 1 year we grew like 10x in terms of users and in terms of assets under management. But also we slowed down a little bit in May and June after the events with Celsius and other CeFi platforms. But from this point, the upward trend continued to grow, and we were never halting any withdrawals. We have all liquid positions. So, and giving the full investment reports on the yield generation, it helped us to receive and preserve the trust of our community and trust of our users. Obviously, crypto is really boring now. So I really feel that during the bearish market, you just do not want to look on your portfolio and do not want to make active investments and active decisions about your portfolio. So I feel that we have a slight decline of user growth, but in terms of assets under management, especially if we calculate in crypto, not in USD value, which basically denominated a lot during 1 year, we are still growing like I think it's like 3-5% per month. Yeah, nonetheless.
Okay, well that's not bad. And
Yeah.
Trevor, you talked before about building Midas as essentially a competitor to the likes of Celsius, Nexo, BlockFi, and of course, we saw each of those three institutions, Celsius, Nexo, BlockFi, they stumbled quite badly earlier this year, didn't they? And Celsius certainly just one of crypto's biggest failures, really, quite astronomical, and obviously that story is still playing out. That must make it a little bit more challenging for products and platforms such as yourself, because the kind of the trust that is broken when large players like Celsius fall over, and it kind of it's one of those the emperor had no clothes situation. I'm sure you've seen some of the revelations as to what was really happening behind the scenes. It makes it harder, doesn't it?
Yeah, indeed. But also, I'm really enthusiastic about the CeFi market now, because there are it is the need for the simplified crypto services that would be correlated with the spirit of crypto is still there. So we just need to find the correct form in order to gain the trust back. So yeah, I'm really enthusiastic about this, but also it clearly shows that that there are a lot of problems that needs to be solved. For example, the liquidity issue. Basically, Celsius blew up because they grew too fast and did not notice it. Basically, so and it created the large disbalance in the balance sheet. So yeah, and it happened basically at the start of the bullish market, so of the previous bullish market. So there are uh, a lot of attention needs to be brought into these issues to do not repeat these scenarios of any CeFi platforms out there, and to learn on their mistakes.
Yeah, that's right. Um, Talk us through the user experience then on Midas, because it's a little bit different from a lot of these other platforms. Like I can see that you can log into Midas using either Discord or Gmail, which is a little bit different. So talk us through the thinking there and how that works, and why that is the case.
Yeah, sure. So the Discord is like a wink to our initial setup as the platform. So before we got the platform, before we developed it, we got a huge Discord server. By huge, I mean like 1,000 or 2,000 members, which is quite okay for the staking and the masternode market in which we were operating. And our services were available through the Discord, and what we did, we gathered funds in various coins, and set up servers for them, and shared rewards based on investments. And we calculated and recorded this rewards using basically Discord name and our Google Sheet database. And in order to seamlessly transition the balances of the users from Discord and Google Sheet towards the platform, we made this button signing through Discord. And I really feel that Discord improved in terms of security. They have 2FA, they have a lot of great security infrastructure across the login. Similar has Gmail. And so basically we introduced these two really simplified modules for logging. And in our case, we also have a lot of security features like whitelisting addresses, 2FA, and so on. And I just feel that this is like it's a cool experience, to be able to sign in with one click. Yeah.
Absolutely. And I suppose we should just talk about, touch on the yields. I suppose that these must be the accurate yields, the APY that's available because it's on the front page of your website at the moment.
Yeah.
But well, firstly, talk about what is the boosted APY? Because listeners, I can see the boosted APY on Bitcoin is 8.9%, 10.6% on Ethereum. 17.5% on Convex. So yeah, pretty good yields here. What's the background here, and what does boosted mean?
Yeah, boosted means it's the multiplier that we give if you receive rewards in our native token, and basically the underlying mechanism in this is something like this. You are earning in BTC, and for example, you deposited BTC, you are earning yield in BTC, and then if you pick Boost, we take the BTC that you earned, go to the Midas market, like it usually decentralized market. Like currently it's on Phantom, but we are looking forward towards swapping on Ethereum this autumn, basically. And and we go to the centralized exchange, use this BTC in order to purchase out the Midas coins on an open market. Then we add from our staking returns in Midas coin towards this boost, and this way we finance the incentivization of yield increase while it supports the price instead of the dumping and heavily inflating it like in other competitors and like in DeFi protocols. So this is what boost means. So basically you are contributing to higher yield, and you're contributing towards the health of the Midas platform, of the Midas token, sorry.
Yeah, got it. Thank you, Trevor. And I know you touched on this a little bit before, but again, I mean, it's just it's worth kind of covering again, because it is essentially what did go wrong with the likes of Celsius. For you, because this is one of the things in DeFi, right? If you are able to provide these high yields, it means that you're essentially needing to get an even higher yield using that capital through you and your team's own investment strategies, which I guess is certainly achievable. We've seen it done before, and it's probably easier to do it in a bull market, but that must get stressful at times as well. So you must have a pretty good team of investors doing their thing behind the scenes, Trevor.
Yeah, we have like I think it's 20 guys, three departments, 4 if we calculate operational team. So it's like DeFi team, quant analytics team, investment development team, and operational team. DeFi team is basically analyzing all the blockchains, all the protocols, communicating with DeFi protocols, searching and inventing ideas and managing portfolio of yield generation, and creating risk policies. Basically, the quant team is validating our hypothesis based on backtest data, and see the correlation, see the way that we can hedge various positions, and build the algorithms in which we can hedge the positions. They also build the trend advisors, which is basically giving us non-correlated signals for potential trend reversals on specific pairs, mostly Ethereum and BTC, which gives us the upper hand in understanding in what market conditions we are right now. And and the collective work of both DeFi and quant department and our risk manager and our C-level team and mine also, because mainly I do investments for the company, not even managing the platform. So basically we are creating this wheel of non-correlated non-correlated investment strategies, which are great in specific market conditions, which is basically we have the trend movements, we have the directional positions, which are great in specific trend. We have algorithmic stuff that is great at volatility. And we are looking towards creating Uniswap 3 positions, which are great for flat markets. And we also have the base yield stuff, which generates the most stable amount of yield generation in the underlying stuff. So it is a really, really complex process, and it becomes much more efficient with each month. So yeah, and we actively hiring and adding a lot of great minds to our team, both mathematical and DeFi. Yeah, so I hope this answered your question.
Yes, I think it did. Thank you, Trevor. Well, if we if we zoom out a little bit, Trevor, because I'm sure you think about this stuff a lot, right? And you've been in crypto since 2017. You've been trying to build a Midas and kind of pivoted and found a little bit of product market fit already, as you say. But what do you think the next kind of waves start to look like? What does it take to really, you will have heard people always, one of the crypto dreams is this idea of kind of mass adoption or mainstream adoption, and we'll get there eventually, but there are still kind of stumbling blocks. What do you think happens with the next wave, and how can we make it easier just for the average person to get into crypto and start to play around with these yield generating strategies?
Yeah, it's a great and complicated question for sure. So there are, I think that the last cycle did the job great in terms of, hey, there is this thing crypto, and you need to understand it. So now the people on average know that the crypto is there, and they are punishing themselves for not being able to digest what it is. And if we coming straight to the question on mass adoption, I feel that in order to have this mass adoption, we need to have a seamless interface. So basically, users should not know that they're using blockchain, and this will take a few iterations for sure, because currently crypto does not have a great interfaces, and we are like in 90s of the internet, where you had to fully understand how the server creation is working, how to connect, how to make a shamanic dance in order to make your rotor work. Especially for me, it was like this. So until we create a lot of applications that will simplify the day-to-day jobs, and by jobs I mean like the needs that the users is having, and how the products are solving these jobs, and until then we will not have this dream of mass adoption. But actually I want to how do I call question this idea about mass adoption, because in terms of mass adoption is the place where we all late, so the more cycles it will get to mass adoption, the more experience we can get, the more value we can extract from these inefficiencies, and the more stuff we can build. And another thing is that we have no idea. No one in crypto has any idea how the future will look like, because currently when we are sitting in the DeFi, for example, we saw that there was a huge boom of all these yield protocols, which was like farm governance tokens on top of governance tokens, and this protocol gives you governance tokens and so on. But but now in this cycle, I feel that only in this cycle in DeFi we will start building some real financial applications that will innovate the new model for specific financial services. And this will get traction, and this will get liquidity, this will get capital, and this capital will and this assets will be spread across other projects and across the whole crypto industry. And this is only one point of innovation. We also have NFTs, GameFi, and yeah, I think that's it actually. So we have a lot to discover yet.
Yeah, absolutely. Fantastic thoughts. Thank you again, Trevor. All right. Well, as we finish off this part of the podcast, again, just look, tell people where they should go and what they should do if they want to get involved with Midas. And, again, who is Midas for? Tell us who Midas is for. What kind of people are you targeting, and where should people go if they like the sound of it?
Yeah, I do not feel that we target specific person, but usually, and this is my mission for Midas is to give you reliable, secure tool for wealth management and wealth accumulation in crypto, in order for you to have much more flexibility with your life decisions. So like having this so-called passive income basically makes you more security about your future, and gives you more freedom in your day-to-day choices. For example, follow the passion, spend time with your family instead of the work that you do not want to do, and so on. So I feel that Midas is great for both having, and we have a lot of such users that already work their life, and they want to have this steady income in order to basically enjoy everything that they worked for. But also I feel that Midas is great for those who are seeking to build this initial assets, and as a saving box. And on my case, on our case, from my side, the huge disclaimer is that make due diligence yourself. Do not trust my words, and come join our discord.gg/Midas, really simple, and ask all the questions that comes to your mind, and obviously diversify and try to educate from the great community that we have. Read our investment reports, watch our videos, and make the decision for yourself. And I will be really, really happy guy if after reading our investment reports, you will be better at managing the assets by yourself. So it's totally fine. I do not need your money specifically. Just come join our community, and this is the most important part for me, just to share the expertise and discuss the ideas.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Trevor. Let's go to a very quick break, and then we'll come back. We'll have some fun. We'll run you through the very famous Crypto Conversation hot take round. Back in 1 second.
Wow.
Here's what's being said about Masterworks.
My name is Jacob N. I'm from Long Island, and I've invested over $73,000 with Masterworks. My portfolio performance just wasn't cutting it. I researched all these alternative investments, like crypto and NFTs, but they didn't make sense to me. Then I read about Masterworks in Forbes, and I signed up right away. And now you can too. Thanks, Masterworks.
Get VIP access at masterworks.io and use promo code JACOB. See important disclosures at masterworks.io/DC.
All right, we're back, and I'm with Trevor. He's the CEO and founder of Midas Investments, which is a CeDeFi investment platform offering market-leading yields, as we've heard. Trevor, I like to finish each podcast with a quick round of rapid-fire crypto conversation hot takes. Are you up for it?
Yeah, sure.
All right, just going to throw some questions at you, Trevor. Just give us hot take style answers. Question 1, where would you say you sit on the Bitcoin maximalist to multi-chain opportunist spectrum?
Wow. Can you repeat the question, please? I need to think. It's
all I really mean is, are you a Bitcoin maximalist, or you're more like multi-chain, blockchain of blockchains guy?
I feel that I'm the BTC plus Ethereum guy. Yeah. For two different reasons. Yeah.
Interesting. Funnily enough, I relate to that, Trevor. All right. Well, what would you say is your firmest conviction crypto opinion?
I really believe that the crypto will create some fascinating ways for community to interact with each other, like for individuals in terms of transaction. And I just letting it go, trying to not predict the future, but I know it will be awesome, and it will be really fun. Yeah, this is my conviction.
It will be awesome and fun. Hard to argue with that. And look, I mean, speaking of predicting the future, well, let's do that then, because, you know, Bill Gates famously said that we tend to overestimate what we can accomplish in 2 years and underestimate what we can accomplish in 10. So, look, speculate away. What do you think Bitcoin, Web3, blockchain, what does it look like in 10 years' time?
I really feel that there are a lot of stuff to be discovered. I feel that every product that can have liquidity provisions business model will be created, and it will create the new way of wealth management for generation of our kids. In terms of BTC, I feel that some countries may get it as the golden standard, and it will be really amazing use case. And in terms of Ethereum, I feel it will be deflationary and one of the most efficient assets in the history of all assets.
I love it. All right, let's finish this off. Trevor, what is your favorite science fiction book, film, or TV show?
Let me think. I'm not really a science fiction guy, but I really love Kubrick's works, I need to translate it on Odyssey. Is the I need to Google it. Yeah. I really love Lord of the Rings, like both Tolkien and movies, and this is my vibe, I feel.
Nice.
more than sci-fi. Yeah.
All right. Well, shout out to fantasy fans, Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones. Yeah, cool, fantasy. All right. Let's finish this off, Trevor. Again, just tell people where they can go to find you on Twitter or wherever else you hang out on the internet, and again, where they should go to get involved with Midas. Yeah,
sure. So make sure to check my Twitter. It's Twitter Midas Trevor. And join our Discord, discord.gg/Midas, and you will get all the onboarding process. And I will be happy to chat with you over there, because I hang there really a lot.
Awesome. Hey, thank you very much, Trevor. It was fun chatting to you today. All the best. Stand by for now.
Thank you so much.
All right, there you go. That was Trevor from Midas Investments. CeDeFi. Probably some version of CeDeFi is probably the way forward, I think. Yeah, just making DeFi slightly easier for the average person. Yeah, that'll help in the next wave. Simple as that. That was today's show. Thank you for listening. This was the Crypto Conversation for Brave New Coin.